Well, it is Wednesday, and that means our plant and garden expert, Craig Hignight, is here to answer all of your burning questions on the WQ80 Facebook page right now. So, Craig, sorry, I have my volume on my phone. It's where I get my questions from the Facebook Live. But I'm going to be selfish and take the first question.
Okay.
It's hot, and I think a lot of us are probably wondering when the temperatures are so hot, and what should we do with our maybe potted plants that could be mobile if needed be?
If they've been out in the full sun, there's nothing that you really have to worry about.
Okay.
It's if you get a new plant, they're like us. If they haven't been out in full sun, they will sunburn.
They're just delicate little flowers.
And I've seen quite a bit of that this year. And the big thing is, I tell people, don't look at your plants and try and judge whether they're dry or not, because they will flag in the heat. They just cannot move water fast enough.
My tomatoes are looking a little, ooh, and I've been watering them. I know, shocking, but yeah, so good to know.
Yes.
Very, very good to know. We've got Carla. How do I get a Christmas cactus to bloom again?
Christmas cactus blooms in response to two things. One are the shortening days of fall. They normally set their bud in October. And the cooling nights. So I tell people, if you've got a Christmas cactus that's a house plant, you should give it a vacation in September. Set it outside in full shade, hopefully protected from the rain, and wait for those nighttime temperatures to slowly drop down. You'll get the best bloom on that plant you've ever had.
Wow.
And Terry is saying, is it possible to move a 3-year-old hibiscus plant, or when is it the best time?
On something like that, 3 years old, I would wait until spring when you're going to cut it back anyway. And as always, as much soil on the roots as possible, out of the ground, back into the ground. Guess what? Root stimulator. And then, let Mother Nature take her course.
Nice. From Sandy, what is a good ground cover for a raised flower bed? It gets about 6 hours of sun.
Well, I had a bed that we used creeping Jenny in. It's bright yellow, canary yellow. The more sun it gets, the brighter yellow it becomes. If the 6 hours is right in the middle of the day, you're going to have very few choices. You can use some of the sedums. You could use the creeping euonymus, but I really enjoyed the creeping Jenny. It only gets about 3 inches tall and just spreads like mad.
Okay. Bob says, I know that it's hot and winter is a long way away. I hope that winter's a long way away. I was wondering about my Ruby Falls tree. It was 3 and it was frozen part of the trade last year. So what do I put over the top of it? I heard styrofoam, rose carton, but it's 24 inches tall. I haven't found one that tall yet.
Well, you can go to the store and you can get an empty cardboard box. And you go ahead and you take the top out of it and you take the flaps and fold them out on the bottom and you put bricks on those 4 flats to hold it in place. Then if you want to add a little extra protection, you can put shredded bark, just cheapo hardwood shredded bark inside to protect the plant. And the box will keep it from blowing away and keeps the wind off the plant. That's the important thing. That's what damages plants in the winter, is the dry winter wind.
Interesting. Dawn, what do I do with rhubarb plants right now? Should I cut the leaves and stems off or just leave them be?
Leave them be. They're building themselves back up for next year's crop. The important thing is when we stop getting rain, I don't know how ahead or behind we are for July right now, but August and September is the time to invest some water and leave the leaves there. The only thing you take off at this point are flower stems that might show up. You're building next year's crop right now.
Judy says, should hostas be trimmed after they finish blooming?
A lot of people do go ahead and take the flowers off. I assume that's what she's talking about. First of all, you don't want seed production, and hostas will produce seed. And you want all that food going down into the crown to build the crown up to get through the winter. So yes, I would debloom. I know some people that take the flowers off before they ever open up. They grow the plants for the leaves. They don't care about the bloom at all.
Huh, that's very interesting. Well, we have a lot more questions happening right now on the WQ80 Facebook page. We're going to take a quick break and answer more when we come back.